Hello and welcome to time series forecasting. In this video, I'm going to talk about different types of time series models that we can use to forecast. And in particular, I'm going to talk about three types of models that we are going to use in this course. And I'm going to use the example of electricity demand that I used earlier. So we may be interested in forecasting the hourly electricity demand in a particular area, and we can model this electricity demand in various ways. So we may be interested in electricity demand at time t+1. That is the next time period. We can use a model like this model where we will introduce factors those may be affecting electricity demand. And I talked about some of these factors in one of my previous videos. Current temperature could be a factor. Higher the temperature, the more the electricity demand, or the colder the temperature, the more the electricity demand. So we can use the temperature of an area as a predictor of electricity demand. Then if the economy is doing good, then we would expect more electricity demand because firms may be using more electricity to run their businesses. Other factors could be population, time of the day or day of the week, etc. All these factors determine electricity demand in an area. So we can use the information of these factors to forecast electricity demand in the future. So this is the first type of model that we can use. So see here, our model is not perfect in the sense that even after accounting for all these factors, there will be a part of electricity demand that we may not be able to predict. This error term on the right hand side will capture all those random variations in the electricity demand. Those are not captured by these factors. All these variables are called explanatory variables because these variables are explaining variation in the electricity demand. So this is the first type of model. The next type of model will be if we know that our electricity demand forms a time series. What we can do is we can use electricity demand in the previous periods as a predictor of electricity demand in the future. So see here, we are not using any explanatory variables in our model here. Rather, we are assuming that whatever factors were affecting electricity demand at the previous time period, those factors will keep on affecting the electricity demand in the future. So essentially, electricity demand in the past, it contains information about all these factors. So these past values indirectly capture the effect of all those explanatory variables, but we are not including these explanatory variables explicitly in our model. Rather, we are using electricity demand in the past that we observed in an area to predict electricity demand in the future. So that will be the second type of model that we can use. And the third type of model that we can use to predict electricity demand in the future is combine both these models. That is, we not only include past information about electricity demand in our model, but also include all the other explanatory variables in the model. These type of models are also called dynamic regression models, panel data models, and there are different names for these type of models. We can use any of these models to build our forecasting model. We can either use explanatory variables alone to predict our variable of interest. Otherwise, we can use past values of our variable of interest in our model, or we can include both past values of our variable of interest as well as other factors those may be affecting our variable of interest, and we can build our forecasting model. I'm going to talk more about these three types of models throughout the course, and essentially we are going to use all of these models in the future. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.